Zelensky leaves Washington with Trump's security guarantees. But are they enough? Welcome to CB News. In a significant diplomatic event, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has left Washington, D.C. with what appeared to be security guarantees from US President Donald Trump. But as we unpack the details, the question remains, are these guarantees enough to secure Ukraine's future? Flanking President Trump and President Zelensky were European leaders, including European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, and NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. Their presence was no accident. It was a crucial show of solidarity, coming just days after Trump's recent summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska. Many of these European allies were concerned that Trump was aligning the United States with Russia's position, particularly by entertaining Putin's maximalist demands. We have seen a pattern with Trump's pronouncements. They seem to pull back from the erratic, often Russian disinformation-based, when a united front of political leaders brings him to a more realistic and informed position. This show of European unity was incredibly important. The most significant progress of the meeting was on the issue of security guarantees of Ukraine. It's a major development that the US will be involved in future security arrangements. Not long ago, Trump was pushing all responsibility onto Europe. This new position is a clear and positive signal. President Zelensky acknowledged that the details will take time to finalize, as many countries with different capabilities would be involved. Some could provide financial assistance, while others would offer military support. Zelensky emphasized that any future arrangement must include funding and assistance for the Ukrainian military. This would involve strategic partnerships for development, production, and procurement. This has been a consistent priority for Ukraine. Zelensky made a point of it at a news conference in Brussels before the DC meeting, underscoring Ukraine's need for a military strong enough to defend itself from future Russian attacks. Reports suggest the security guarantees could involve Ukraine buying some $90 billion of US military equipment through its European allies. Zelensky also floated the idea of the US purchasing Ukrainian-made drones in the future. Now let's talk about the potential for territorial loss. Prior to his Alaska summit, a deal with Putin seemed unlikely. But believe the scenario has changed, it's highly likely that because Trump aligned himself with Putin and his maximalist demands in Alaska, Putin now believes he has an advocate for those demands in the White House. This could mean Putin sees a realistic chance of securing the Donbas region. At a recent negotiation, the head of the Russian delegation reportedly said the land Putin is demanding in Donetsk and Luhansk includes areas not currently under Russian military control. This land has extensive Ukrainian military fortifications. Getting it would leave Ukraine completely exposed to future Russian attacks along its eastern border, putting Russia in a very advantageous position to regroup and strike again. At a recent negotiation, the head of the Russian delegation reportedly said, Russia is prepared to fight forever. This sentiment has not changed. Regardless of the pleasant ties between Trump and Putin, they are prepared to continue to fight. The question is, are the security guarantees offered in Washington strong enough to change the reality, or are they just an illusion of peace? For more updates, subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe now for daily news and updates.